Just a quick recap of a summer trip we did to Hog Heaven. We had to restain the deck by cleaning out the cracks between each of the pieces of wood on the deck with a hacksaw blade and a shop vac. We ended up getting it cleaned up well and restained it. I think we did an excellent job. But while we were doing that, we ran into 3 manatees out in the lake, and it was fun to watch those. One way or the other, we did end up and finish the deck. I think we did a great job. It looks real good now, and then we went back and covered it, so the next time we go down there for the fall trip, it'll be in good shape. Next, we went to the back porch, and we had to pressure wash all the loose paint off the back porch. We stripped the screen off, pressure washed everything, and prepared to paint it, let it dry, and of course there were some management discussions around exactly how it all should be done, but we ended up getting it done. Jack painted all of the molding for the outside, and others painted the other wood. In some places we had to repair some of the 2x4s, so we replaced the rotten 2x4s, put those up, got everything painted. Chip helped us get things screened, but no CM screen all the way around it, and Bob and Tom are there putting the lattice on the outside to secure the screen. Ran into a little grasshopper that Harley seemed to really enjoy. A little bit bigger than we are used to around here, but certainly befriended Harley. We finished screening it. Tom came over to give us a hand on the screen, and ran into some other friends on the way. It was necessary to have the requisite nap in the middle of the day. There it is, finished up. I think we did a fine job, and it's ready to go for a cocktail in the evening, cleaned up, re-screened, new containers for all the folding chairs and stuff that would go down to the deck. And so that's good to go. The next step was a Jeep ride. We got Harley's Jeep, Tom's Jeep, my Jeep. We loaded them up with folks, and we headed out to the trails. To start with, we go down one of the paved roads to find a forest road that we can turn off on and head out in the forest. And some are better than others, and we typically run into other friends as well when we're out there, and it's fun to take pictures of those guys. Some of the Jeeps get overheated, and when they do, they vapor lock and they won't start. We have to figure out a way to pull them fast enough to turn the engine over, and they get cranked again, and then we just don't have any other trouble with them as a rule. We get on some roads that are populated, and some that haven't been. Here we're pulling a log. In some case we can't pull them out of the way. We have to drive around them. And because of the limited turning ratio of the Jeeps, sometimes it's backing up and starting again, backing up and starting again in order to get the Jeeps through fairly narrow passages through the woods, but we'll get back on the road again. Sometimes we run into logs we can't get around. In this case, we decided, since we didn't have a saw to cut it up with, we couldn't get around it, and it was too big to get over. We thought, well, why don't we just head back out of the forest and go by a Hog Valley Supply for a cold beer or two, and then head back to camp. And that's kind of exactly what we did. Finally got the Jeep turned around and headed on down the road. Went back out of the forest the same way we came in. I think we had a great trip, good crew. Got a really good job done on the deck, staining that, and cleaned up and rescreened the back porch, ready for the next trip. And looking forward to that in the fall of summer 2021. Here's the crew.